After being rejected by my crush of 3 years, my parents unexpectedly told me I had an arranged marriage, and just as I absent-mindedly got my marriage certificate, I realized that the girl I was betrothed to was none other than our school's most popular, aloof senior Shen Mangosteen, and now she had actually become my wife. You brat, are not you up yet? How late were you playing games last night? I rubbed my eyes and threw off the blanket. Mom, Dad, what are you guys doing? Can't I just enjoy a perfectly good holiday? Are you playing dumb or are you actually dumb? Today is the day you get your marriage certificate, Yoon Pomelo said in a dissatisfied tone. I woke up instantly, jumping right out of bed. Why did not you tell me earlier? I'm going to wash up right now. Before I even had time to put on my pants, I dashed out of my room. But the moment I stepped out of the door, my expression froze completely. I instantly saw the girl sitting in the living room. The girl in the living room was looking right at me too, a faint blush coloring her cheeks. Sorry, I did not know someone was out here. After blurting that out, I sprinted into the bathroom at light speed. I felt so incredibly stupid. I wanted to smash my head against the wall, my not yet fully formed 8-pack abs. My beta version body was seen just like that. Meanwhile, back in the living room, Shen Mangosteen's face was slightly flushed. Not a bad figure. The corners of her lips curled up slightly, unconsciously. I quickly finished washing up, changed my clothes, and walked out. I stepped into the living room, and the two of us just stared at each other, not saying a word. After a while, I was the first to break the awkward silence. Hello, my name is Mu Durian. Looking at the breathtakingly beautiful girl in front of me, my heart could not stop racing. She was definitely way prettier than her photos. Shen Mangosteen nodded politely, and then said indifferently, "Let us go," I asked in confusion. Go where? Shen Mangosteen raised her beautiful eyebrows. To get our marriage certificate. Her tone was so incredibly flat, as if getting a marriage certificate was the most trivial thing in the world. My expression grew a little weird. No way. Are we really doing this? Do I need to bring anything? I was feeling completely out of my depth. Shen Mangosteen replied calmly. Bring yourself, along with your ID card and household register. I will wait for you downstairs. Do not make me wait too long, and it is best if you change into a white shirt. After saying that, she stood up and left first, leaving a bewildered me behind. The moment Shen Mangosteen stepped out the door, Yoon Pomelo and Mu Jackfruit immediately popped out of their bedroom. Before I could even react, the two of them shoved my ID, household register, and a white shirt right into my hands. A hint of a smile only surfaced on Shen Mangosteen's face when she saw me coming downstairs. She was also slightly taken aback. When she saw how I looked, did not expect him to grow up to be quite handsome. Hope I did not keep you waiting long. It was quite a long wait. I was just trying to be polite. I did not expect her to actually think I took too long. How are we getting there? By taxi. I quickly changed the subject. I have a car. We will drive. Then Shen Mangosteen led me to a white Mercedes. Were you forced into this? I could not help but ask. I had already thought it through. If she was forced, we could just fake getting the certificate first. It would just be an excuse to fool our parents for now. And we could always find a reason to say we were not compatible later. Shen Mangosteen froze slightly, obviously not expecting me to ask such a question. Seeing her stay silent, I assumed I had guessed right. You too, huh? Getting married before we have even graduated. I really do not know what our parents are thinking. How about we figure out a way and just fake getting the certificate? What do you think? An imperceptible smile tugged at the corner of Shen Mangosteen's mouth. Fake getting the certificate. What do you mean? I explained. If I do not get the certificate, my parents will cut my living expenses. I do not want to play wilderness survival during my college years. Shen Mangosteen blinked her gorgeous eyes, a hint of playfulness in her gaze.
I will follow your lead.
Let us just get it then. I breathed a sigh of relief. Let us go then. Shen Mangosteen's face remained expressionless. I do not have a driver's license. I looked entirely confused. Then may I ask how this car got here? I called a designated driver earlier, then just call another Ann. I was utterly speechless. I looked at her with pure disbelief. You drive this car and you're telling me you do not have a license. Shen Mangosteen seemed to know exactly what I was thinking. She explained with a calm expression. It is my dad's car. I suddenly had a feeling that she was doing this on purpose. Then what do we do? I do not have a driver's license either. I only just passed my written test. Shen Mangosteen smiled faintly, revealing an I came prepared expression. It is fine. I prepared an electric scooter too. We got out of the car and Shen Mangosteen led me to a pink electric scooter. This is the Owen. You drive. I hesitated for a moment. A pink electric scooter. Pure, unadulterated macho pink. Well, macho pink it is. At least I will be wearing a helmet. But when I saw the color of the helmet, my brows furrowed deeply. Why is this helmet pink too? Shen Mangosteen glared at me. I am a girl. Is not it normal for me to buy pink things? Are you complaining? I quickly waved my hands. No, no, no. How could I complain? I just absolutely love pink. Hop on. I put the helmet on. Oh, right. You do not seem to have a helmet, do you? Who said I do not? Shen Mangosteen reached under the scooter's seat and pulled out another pink helmet. Help me put it on. I do not know how. You do not know how to put on a helmet and you ride an electric scooter. Never mind. I will just help her out. I lowered my head and helped her fasten the helmet. Our eyes met. Looking at her beautiful face, my cheeks could not help but burn. Staring at the gorgeous features right in front of me, a ripple of emotion could not help but stir in my heart. I shook my head, forcing myself not to overthink it. All done. And just like that on scooter, 2 people and 2 pink helmets hit the road. I did not dare drive too fast, deeply afraid that going too fast would make me take a wrong turn. While an electric scooter was not as fast as a car, it did have one major advantage. It was far more intimate than sitting in a car. Shen Mangosteen's arms had subconsciously wrapped around my waist. I could vividly feel the softness pressing against my back, accompanied by Shen Mangosteen's faint natural body scent. I could not resist looking down at my waist, a slight frown forming. 2 hours later, outside the Civil Affairs Bureau, a man and a woman, each holding their own little red marriage certificate. I stared at the marriage certificate in my hands, still feeling like I was in a dream. I never thought I would get married just like this, even though it was supposed to be a fake marriage. It was still my first time. I glanced at Shen Mangosteen. She did not even look at the certificate, but just slipped it straight into her bag. It seemed like she really did not think the marriage certificate was a big deal. I reminded her, keep it safe. We will need it when we get a divorce. Shen Mangosteen did not reply to that, but instead simply said, it is time to head back. Arriving back at my front door, I said a quick goodbye and left. Watching my retreating figure, Shen Mangosteen could not help but let the corners of her mouth curl up. Idiot. Immediately after, she got back into the Mercedes and then pulled out her marriage certificate. Looking at the photo on it, she could not tear her eyes away at all. A fake marriage, huh? The official stamp certainly is not fake. A beautiful smile graced her usually cold and aloof face once again. She then carefully tucked the marriage certificate back into her bag and drove away in the Mercedes. I did not tell a single soul about me getting my marriage certificate. I genuinely did not dare to say a word. Even if I did, who would actually believe me? The main thing was, this was basically a fake marriage anyway. If people found out about it later, it might ruin my chances of finding a real partner. And more importantly, it would ruin my wife's chances of finding a partner. Wait, why did that sentence feel a bit messed up? Ruining my own wife's chances of finding a partner. Well, she was just a fake wife anyway. If only she were real. My mind just could not help but replay our intimate moments from earlier today. She was so beautiful. And yet she acted so aloof towards me. She definitely would not have any interest in a guy like me. Right? In the end, I chose to attend Jungnan University. As for my major, I chose the computer science department, or rather than saying I chose it, it was more like my dad chose it for me. The semester was starting in 2 days. I felt a bit irritable. A new environment. I was not sure if I would be able to adapt. I did not even know there was a freshman group chat until 2 days before school started, but once I joined the freshman group, I was completely humbled. I thought there would be plenty of normal people in the group, but the moment I entered, I was left utterly speechless. Excuse me. Can we park on campus? I am bringing my Porsche. Excuse me, does the school have a Starbucks? I need a cup every single morning. Or, I just can't function. I just got back from abroad. Is a monthly allowance of 100,000 yuan enough? I am a bit worried it won't be enough. My face was full of question marks. We're all freshman group chats. This absurd. I had originally planned to ask in the chat about the school situation, but I hesitated. Should I even bother asking in this group? Just as I was hesitating, an account in the group with the ID Sea Overlord suddenly spoke up. Any freshmen wanting to learn about the school, DM me. My eyes lit up. Finally, a normal person. I quickly sent a friend request. A short while later, Sea Overlord accepted my friend request. Hello, senior. Can I ask you some questions? What is your name? I stared blankly at the message. Do I really have to tell a senior my real name just to ask a question? My name is Mu Durian. I am a freshman in the computer science department. On the other end, inside her dorm room, Shen Mangosteen blinked her beautiful eyes. The corners of her mouth curled upward irresistibly. Finally caught you. She had been lurking in the freshman group chat for a long time. This was also exactly why she asked for the name first. Computer science. You are in the same department as me.
What a shame.
A shame about what? The employment prospects for computer science are not great right now. Graduation basically means unemployment. This industry is not short on people, and the competition is fierce. It is almost as bad as civil engineering now. It suddenly struck me, If the job prospects were so bad, then why did you choose it, senior? Shen Mangosteen fell silent for a moment. Then she replied, a certain uncle suggested I study it, so I suggested his son study it too. Well played. The suffering you went through, you obviously had to make his son go through it too. Otherwise, how would that be fair to you? The two of us chatted for a long time. This gave me an incredibly good impression of her. I originally thought that since Senior Sea Overlord talked so much, she would eventually try to sell me a campus SIM card. But she did not. Thank you, senior. There are not many purely good people like you left. Shen Mangosteen stared at her screen speechlessly. Is not that obvious?
You do not even know me?
Yet you answered me so patiently, and you did not even try to sell me a campus card.
Oh right.
Junior, would you like to learn more about our campus cards?
Hook me up with Oan then.
I felt a bit embarrassed. After all, she had answered so many of my questions. Plus, I happened to need a card anyway. Seeing the message I sent, Shen Mangosteen could not hold back a laugh. He really was quite adorable. Could not he tell I was just joking? I was just kidding.
Senior, do you play games?
What games? I play everything. Whether it is PC or mobile, I play them all. But my absolute favorite is CF Crossfire. I am a 10-year veteran. You know? CF.
I play that too.
Log on. What completely shocked me was that Sea Overlord's skill level in CF was actually vastly superior to mine, a 10-year veteran. We played for a whole afternoon. We barely lost a single match all afternoon. If we had not been reported too many times and thrown into the penalty lobby, I absolutely would not have let her leave. Senior, you were not using hacks, were you? If you're bad, just practice more. Why did not you turn your mic on to do callouts? My mic is broken. Right then, once I get to campus, if there's a chance, I will treat you to a meal at the cafeteria. Okay, deal. I will be waiting for you. Inside the dorm room, a girl with her hair tied in a high ponytail, who was quite decent looking, had just returned to the dorm to see Shen Mangosteen staring at her phone. A faint smile was gracing the corners of her mouth. Yang Rambutan narrowed her eyes slightly, looking at Shen Mangosteen suspiciously. What are you smiling about? Yang Rambutan felt her entire world tilting. Shen Mangosteen could not possibly be dating. Could she? That was highly unlikely, right? Was not Mengshi completely averse to men, otherwise ever since coming to this school, despite the countless guys who had chased her over the past 3 years? Why had she ruthlessly rejected every single own? She was known as Jiangnan University's number one aloof campus belle. Not a single man had ever caught her eye. Even the universally acknowledged campus heartthrob had not managed to exchange more than 3 sentences with her.
You are not thinking about a man, are you?
How is that possible? Mengshi, do you actually have someone you like now? Yang Rambutan wanted to cry but had no tears left. Shen Mangosteen tucked her smile away and gave her an indifferent look. Date who? Do you think that is even possible? Yang Rambutan let out a massive sigh of relief. That is good then. I knew it. Our Jiangnan University campus belle could not possibly just start dating out of nowhere. She sat down on her chair and had just taken a sip of water. Actually, I'm already married. Mengshi, what kind of joke is that? Yang Rambutan looked at the water she just spat all over her pants, feeling completely speechless. Believe it or not, Shen Mangosteen rolled her eyes at her. Yang Rambutan let out an awkward laugh. I believe you. I believe you. Our Jiangnan University campus belle got married. Remember to invite me for the wedding drinks. Even though she said that, of course, she did not believe a word of it. The number one campus belle of Jiangnan University, the aloof goddess, keeps all men at a distance. Those phrases had absolutely nothing to do with the word married. Alright, who would believe that? Only a complete idiot would believe it. Shen Mangosteen gave Yang Rambutan a pitying look and let out a soft sigh. Sorry, I am one step ahead of you. My dear bestie, even though I said I would not date, I never said I would not get married. Yang Rambutan sat there dumbfounded for a second. What is with that look on your face? You are making it sound like it is actually real. Shen Mangosteen did not bother explaining, but instead just offered a faint smile. Why are you always playing this game lately? I thought only guys played this kind of game. Yang Rambutan pointed at her laptop screen and asked, completely baffled, to play with my husband, of course. Yang Rambutan rolled her eyes hard. If you have a husband. Then I have kids already. The first day of school. As soon as I walked through the campus gates, I saw a bunch of large blue umbrellas lined up together. Underneath sat the reception staff for the different colleges. I dragged my luggage over. I had just finished registering my admission information, and right as I was about to find a senior to show me the way, I suddenly heard the surrounding voices grow loud and noisy. Is not that the campus belle? Why is she at the freshman reception desk? Behind the freshman reception desk right at that moment stood a top-tier beauty with skin as pale as snow, radiating a cold, elegant aura. Even her beautiful eyes carried a hint of aloofness. She was glancing around left and right, looking as if she were searching for someone. What is the campus belle doing? Is she looking for someone? A boyfriend? Impossible. The campus belle specifically said she does not date. Even if she did, The campus heartthrob definitely has the best chance.
True.
She is most likely just here to welcome the freshmen. I wonder which lucky freshman is going to get personally welcomed by the campus belle. Almost everyone's eyes were glued to Shen Mangosteen, including all the newly arrived freshmen. The moment my eyes landed on Shen Mangosteen, the memory of our flash marriage from a month ago surfaced in my mind. My heartbeat could not help but speed up involuntarily. After a brief moment, Shen Mangosteen finally spotted the person she wanted to see. Her furrowed brows instantly relaxed. The originally icy look in her eyes softened warmly, and a faint, beautiful smile appeared on her face. She then immediately started walking in my direction. I was stunned. I originally just wanted to stick around and watch the drama, but why did it feel like she was coming straight for me? While I was standing there, frozen, Shen Mangosteen had already arrived right in front of me. Little Junior, having trouble finding your dorm. Let me take you there. Shen Mangosteen gave a sweet smile. That smile made my heart skip a beat.
You?
Did not we agree that we were just faking getting the certificate? I whispered very quietly. Shen Mangosteen kept her faint, elegant smile. Right. So I'm taking you to your dorm in my capacity as your senior. Why are not you calling me senior? Are you always this impolite? Her gaze made me feel incredibly awkward. Thank you, senior. You can take me to my dorm now. Shen Mangosteen raised a beautifully arched eyebrow. Go ahead, please, senior. I just wanted to leave as quickly as possible. I still was not used to being stared at by so many people. I had a feeling they were gossiping about me, so I had no choice but to helplessly compromise. Please, senior. Shen Mangosteen gave a playful smile. Then I will reluctantly take you to your dorm, Junior. She then pulled me away from the crowd. Arriving in front of the dorm building, Shen Mangosteen spoke up. You are in building 3. I gave a soft I am right next door. I am in building 4. I did not ask. Your senior was nice enough to bring you here. What is with that attitude? Shen Mangosteen said, pretending to be annoyed. I did not dare to look at her, mostly because every time I looked at her, my heart would race wildly. Sorry about that. Only then did Shen Mangosteen smile. That is more like it. We are both at the same school now. We need to help each other out. My dad told me to take good care of you. Otherwise, I would not have bothered coming. I suddenly realized the truth. So that was why. Otherwise, I would have thought Senior Shen actually liked me. And I did not know why. But a flicker of disappointment crossed my heart. Shen Mangosteen's pretty face flushed slightly. So narcissistic. By the way, let us add each other on Bubble Chat. We did not add each other last time. I smacked my forehead. Right, look at this brain of mine. To think that after getting our marriage certificates last time, we did not even exchange contact info. Two married people without each other's contact info. Even novels would not dare write something like this.
Right.
Little Junior, if there is anything you do not understand at school from now on, just come ask me.
Got it.
By the way, Senior Shen, what is your major? Computer science. We are in the same major. I was slightly surprised.
Yep.
So you can come to me with any questions you have. Your senior will explain everything nicely to you. Shen Mangosteen said proudly with a hint of tsundere flair. Such an adorable sight. Made me freeze up once again. Who could have imagined that the aloof senior from the reception desk could have such a cute sight in front of me? Shen Mangosteen smiled smugly.
What is wrong?
Fallen for me. I snapped back to reality. Blushing as I explained, how could that be? Absolutely impossible. Shen Mangosteen's tone carried a hint of disdain, weak and unconvincing. Whatever. Building 3 is right inside.
I'm leaving.
After saying that, she walked towards her dorm building. Once inside the dorm, I quickly blended in with my roommates. We chatted and laughed the whole afternoon. The next day, I woke up early, and after washing up, I headed out to buy breakfast. The moment I left the dorm, I sent a message to Senior C Overlord. Senior, which cafeteria has more pretty girls in the morning? Going to college meant I eventually had to date someone. At the thought of dating, a certain person's silhouette inexplicably popped into my mind.
Shen Mangosteen.
I quickly shook my head. What was I thinking? She was the campus belle of Jiangnan University. How could she ever be interested in me? Meanwhile, inside the girls' dorm, Shen Mangosteen was currently gritting her teeth, glaring at her phone screen. Look at pretty girls. Is not looking at me enough. Go to cafeteria 3. There'll be a surprise. Upon receiving the message, I immediately changed direction. I had originally planned to go to cafeteria 1, but since my senior said cafeteria 3 had a surprise, I obviously had to go there. Shen Mangosteen's eyes were icy. I'm going to buy breakfast. What do you want to eat?
I will bring it back for you.
Why was she suddenly offering to bring back breakfast?
What was going on?
Yang Rambutan was utterly confused for a moment. This was the first time she could not understand her best friend. Shen Mangosteen's expression did not change in the slightest. Just text me on Bubble Chat what you want. I am leaving now. She left Yang Rambutan standing there, completely dumbfounded. The moment I walked into cafeteria 3, I saw quite a few girls, as expected of my senior. His taste was truly impeccable. Senior, this surprise is actually pretty nice. There really are more girls at Cafeteria 3. After buying my breakfast, I found a seat, planning to eat while enjoying the view. Suddenly, a woman walked through the door. Her long hair cascaded down her back like a waterfall, swaying gently. The absolutely stunning beauty on her face instantly grabbed my attention. Of course, it was not just me. Everyone else in the cafeteria had their eyes drawn to her as well. Why is she here? I was a little surprised. Wait! No, was not it completely normal for her to be here? My senior did say Cafeteria 3 had a lot of pretty girls. So even the campus belle comes to Cafeteria 3. Shen Mangosteen spotted me sitting in the corner with a single glance. Found you. Under the gazes of the crowd, Shen Mangosteen walked straight over to my table and sat down. Here to look at pretty girls. Shen Mangosteen asked coldly. Cough. Cough.
What?
I could not help but choke on the soy milk in my mouth. How did you know, senior? Shen Mangosteen's pretty face flushed slightly. You have been staring at me since the moment I walked in? I could see your dirty thoughts from a mile away. I looked completely confused. What is wrong with you? Are you in a bad mood? Shen Mangosteen glared at me. Fuming with anger? Someone is already out here scouting for girls. How could I possibly be in a good mood? Who? That is so out of line. Shen Mangosteen gave me a resentful look. Are you actually playing dumb or are you really stupid? I was completely bewildered. Shen Mangosteen said in dissatisfaction. We have got our marriage certificate, yet you come to Cafeteria 3 to look at pretty girls. Is not that having ulterior motives? I froze slightly. Are you kidding me? Or not? We just faking it. Shen Mangosteen started playing dumb. Faking it. When did I ever say that? We agreed on it back then. Shen Mangosteen raised her beautiful eyebrows and said with a touch of playfulness, then was the certificate we got fake. It is legally binding, you know? Only then did I realize I had been led by the nose. Then what are you trying to say? I will stop teasing you. Since you said it is a fake marriage, then naturally I won't control you. I asked tentatively. Really? But since we do have this marriage certificate in name, you can't get a girlfriend before we divorce. Finding a girlfriend while married is. That is unethical. I am doing this for your own good. My brain could not quite process it. Is that so? I felt like I was being gaslit. Is there no other way then? College is not complete without dating. The corners of Shen Mangosteen's lips curled up slightly. There is no other way. She beckoned with her hand. Come closer. I leaned my ear over. Shen Mangosteen gently leaned in close to my ear. I could even smell her faint, refreshing fragrance. Shen Mangosteen's tone turned gentle. You can date me, you know? My ears instantly turned beet red. Senior, are you serious? My heart could not stop racing. Shen Mangosteen gave a playful smile. Just messing with you. Looking at Shen Mangosteen smiling as brightly as a flower in front of me, I almost dropped the soy milk in my hand. I was being completely played. Is this breakfast for me? Shen Mangosteen asked calmly. I was just about to shake my head, but I ended up nodding subconsciously instead. Thanks for buying me breakfast, Junior. And with that, Shen Mangosteen just took the breakfast and left. I touched the spot over my heart, thinking about what Shen Mangosteen had just whispered in my ear. My heart was beating incredibly fast. I closed my eyes, my mind filled with the scene from just moments ago. What was wrong with me? I felt like I was actually falling for her. I went back to the dorm. Just as I walked through the door, my phone notification went off. How was it? Were the pretty girls at Cafeteria 3 nice to look at? I did not really look. I spent the whole time looking at the campus belle instead. What do you think of her? I pondered for a moment. I think she is incredibly beautiful. She totally deserves the title of Jiangnan University's #1 campus belle. Then, do you like her? I figured my senior was not a stranger, and he treated me pretty well. It would not hurt to tell him my true thoughts. To be completely honest, senior, I actually do like her a bit. Every time I see her, my heart starts racing, but she is the campus belle of Jiangnan University. The chances of her liking me back are pretty slim. A faint smile tugged at Shen Mangosteen's lips. He likes me but does not dare to say it to my face. For some reason, she felt a sweet sensation bubbling up in her heart. Ever since Shen Mangosteen had arrived at Jiangnan University, she did not even know how many people had confessed to her. She never felt a single thing for any of them. But my words made her face involuntarily flush a slight shade of pink. Knowing that I had feelings for her, Shen Mangosteen could not help but mutter in her heart, Tsk, tisk. Tisk.
Shen Mangosteen.
Since when did you become so wicked? Actually wanting to tease a junior? Wait! No, I have always been this wicked. The next day during military training, it was finally time for a break. The instructor asked each of us to put on a small performance to liven up the atmosphere. Next, it was my turn to perform. I decided to sing. It was one of the very few talents I actually had to show off. As the accompaniment slowly began to play, everyone quieted down. My voice was deep and full of emotion, evoking an indescribable sense of sadness. It was the feeling of a broken heart. Not too far away, Mangosteen, This guy sings so well. It is not even midnight yet, and I can't help but feel emo, even though Yang Rambutan had never dated anyone. Hearing this song made her feel like she had just gone through a breakup. Seeing that Yang Rambutan was still immersed in the music, Shen Mangosteen secretly wiped away a tear from the corner of her own eye. The next day, the campus confession wall was flooded with videos of me singing. Wall admin, please help me find this guy. Here's the picture video. This guy sings so amazingly well. Does anyone know him? Can anyone give me his contact info? Meanwhile, I was currently getting tanned into a piece of charcoal by the sun. I hated myself for why before military training. I did not magically injure myself. Just as everyone was standing in military posture under the scorching sun, a girl holding an umbrella appeared on the field. She was wearing a flowing white fairy-like dress, looking exactly like a fairy descending to earth. She quietly walked to the very front of the bleachers and sat down. Is not that Shen Mangosteen, Jiangnan University's #1 campus belle? She is actually here to watch the military training. These freshmen are way too lucky. The other people around me started chattering away. Break time arrived. I had actually already felt Shen Mangosteen's gaze. I had this nagging feeling that she was here specifically to see me, but I did not dare show it. What if I was just being narcissistic? G Avocado leaned over, showing an expression of sheer admiration. Holy crap, the campus belle. She is seriously way too gorgeous. Whoever gets to be her boyfriend must have accumulated good karma for 8 lifetimes. I rolled my eyes at him. Can't you be a bit more reserved like me? Why do I feel like she has been looking in our direction the whole time? Could she be looking at me? G Avocado touched his own face narcissistically. Right at that moment, a girl with her hair tied in a ponytail, wearing a JK uniform, walked over to the 7th company holding an umbrella. Her gaze locked onto me sitting in the back. She walked straight towards me. Junior, could I get your contact info? I pointed at myself, asking in confusion.
Me.
The people around me started hooting and jeering. G Avocado even joined in to hype it up. She braved the scorching sun just to ask you for it, and you're not gonna give it. I suddenly felt a chill run down my spine. My eyes immediately darted toward my senior sitting at the very front of the bleachers. The corner of her mouth carried a faint smile. No, wait, that was a cold sneer. I remembered what she had told me before. This would be during our marriage. Sorry about that. I'm married. The girl froze right where she stood. Married. Wang Papaya quickly stepped in to smooth things over. No, he is not. He has just got a few screws loose. Do not mind him, senior. How about you take mine instead?
I sing pretty well too, actually.
The girl shook her head. I do not like guys who are too skinny. After saying that, she walked away. G Avocado could not help but gloat. Durian, who would be interested in your childish figure anyway? Serves you right. Ha ha ha. I took a secret peek and noticed Shen Mangosteen's face had returned to its usual aloofness.
What was going on?
I could not wrap my head around it. She is quite aloof when there are a lot of people around, but she is super chatty when it is just the two of us. Honestly, I never planned on giving that girl my contact info anyway, because before I even realized it, Shen Mangosteen had already entered my heart. I sort of felt like Shen Mangosteen had feelings for me too. I was just scared. Scared that after taking that first step, the ending would be just like last time, just as I was lost in my chaotic thoughts. Shen Mangosteen stood up from the bleachers. She had a bottle of water in her hand. She walked over to the 7th company and handed the water to me. How did you know I did not bring water? Shen Mangosteen said calmly, "It is for you." I took the water mechanically. My mind went completely blank. Even though the two of us had gotten our marriage certificate, I knew very well that we were not truly together in a real sense. Moreover, Shen Mangosteen was Jiangnan University's iceberg goddess, the aloof goddess, giving me water in front of so many people. I really did not dare to imagine it. Shen Mangosteen's expression did not change, but you could tell her cheeks were slightly flushed. This was her very first time giving water to a guy, and in front of such a massive crowd at that. Thank you, senior. My heart could not stop racing. After handing me the water, Shen Mangosteen left immediately. I looked at the water in my hand, and my quiet heart started to stir restlessly. All the freshmen who witnessed this scene were dumbfounded. What is the relationship between those two? Why did the campus belle give him water? That is Jiangnan University's #1 campus belle. All at once, countless pairs of jealous, envious, and hateful eyes were glued to me. Wang Papaya looked at me in confusion. What is going on?
You are taken.
And with the campus belle, no wonder you did not give your number to that senior earlier. I snapped back at him in annoyance. As if Shen Mangosteen would ever fall for me. I do not even know her. Of course, how could I not know Shen Mangosteen? We would even gotten our marriage certificate. I just did not want them to get the wrong idea. The two of us really were not dating. Plus, right now, I was not even sure if Shen Mangosteen actually had those kinds of thoughts about me. Soon, military training ended, and the Mid-Autumn Festival holiday I was looking forward to the most had finally arrived. Just as I was considering whether or not to go home, Shen Mangosteen sent me a location pin. Your dad told you to stay here. What the heck? I was completely baffled. I checked the location and saw it was a residential complex very close to Jiangnan University. Could it be that my old man bought a house for me? I quickly dismissed that idea. He probably rented it. I arrived at the complex and walked into the hallway. Just as I reached the doorway, before I even knocked, the door opened. The moment the door opened, a stunningly beautiful woman greeted my eyes. Shen Mangosteen was wearing a thin top and shorts. Her gorgeous figure was on full display. I stared at her, my eyes wide open. Smooth shoulders, elegant collarbones, delicate legs, and dainty feet. I shook my head, tossing aside those impure thoughts of mine. Senior, do you live here too? Come in. Slippers are in the shoe cabinet. Shen Mangosteen's expression was indifferent. She did not answer my question right away. I hurried inside and changed into the slippers. Pink ones. Is not this a bit too flashy? I looked at the pair of pink slippers on my feet, which actually had bunny patterns on them. I took a glance at Shen Mangosteen's dainty feet. Wait! No, at her slippers. I noticed they were the exact same model, except hers were blue, and the pattern was a big bad wolf. Could they be a couple set? My cheeks flushed slightly pink. Senior, you still have not answered me. Why are you here? Shen Mangosteen shrugged. I have been here all along. I have already lived here for a year. Hold on a second. You have lived here for a year. Did not my dad rent this place for me? He bought it for you. Ah? Bought it for me? Since when was my old man so nice to me? He previously threatened to cut my allowance in half if I did not get the marriage certificate. I looked completely thrilled, having a house before even graduating. Wait a minute. If it is a house my dad bought for me, why are you here? A faint smile formed on Shen Mangosteen's lips. Because this is the marital home Dad bought for us. Marital home. Shen Mangosteen smiled slyly. We have already got our marriage certificate, so is not my dad, your dad too. We are all ON family now. Only then did it hit me. This was the marital home Uncle Shen had bought for the two of us. Looking at Shen Mangosteen's triumphant smile, I gulped nervously. Why do I feel like I have stepped right into a wolf's den? And it is the den of a gorgeous female wolf at that. From now on, you have to come stay here on weekends. Of course, weekdays are fine too. I was a bit confused, but deep down, I was more than willing. Why? Shen Mangosteen pretended to be pitiful and said, "Can you really bear to let your wife sleep in an empty house all alone?" After saying that, she blinked her big watery eyes. I thought we were faking our marriage. Why are things developing in such a weird direction? Right, I nodded. Looking at Shen Mangosteen's pitiful big eyes, I really could not bring myself to refuse. Plus, I did actually have feelings for Shen Mangosteen. Shen Mangosteen raised an eyebrow. Let me show you around our marital home. She kept calling it our marital home, making me feel like we were actually married. But it seemed like we were actually married. After all, the certificate was real. Very quickly, I was completely blown away by this marital home. One of the rooms was specifically set up as an esports gaming room, with 2 PCs. I set this up just for you. Do you like it? The graphics card is an RTX 4090. You do not have to worry about the specs. A4099. I could not hold back anymore, and ran straight over, gently stroking the gaming rig. I only used a gaming laptop at school, which was considered a beast among laptops. I never expected there to be a dedicated gaming room here, with such high-end equipment too. No way. Who in their right mind would stay in the dorms on weekends anymore? I want to stay here forever, I said excitedly. I get to play on 2 PCs from now on. Shen Mangosteen glared at me. The other own is mine. What are you thinking? She really wanted to kick this dense, straight guy away. Is not it obvious enough with 2 computers here? Pig brain. Idiot. Idiot. You play games? Meeting my skeptical gaze. Shen Mangosteen curled her lips. I can beat you up. I scoffed dismissively. Senior Shen, I am really not bragging, but if you can beat me at my best game, I will listen to whatever you say in this house. I will do whatever you tell me to do. The corners of Shen Mangosteen's mouth curled up slightly. You said it. Then she stuck out her pinky finger. Pinky promise. I laughed.
Are you a kid?
Still doing pinky promises? Even though I said that, my hand still unconsciously reached out. So soft. Are these my senior's delicate hands? My face could not help but turn slightly red. Wait, why does this scene feel a little familiar? I frowned deeply. It really felt like I had seen this scene somewhere before, but I just could not remember. Before I knew it, my fingers were intertwined with Shen Mangosteen's small hand. Shen Mangosteen's pretty face blushed slightly. She said in a soft voice,
What is wrong?
"Do you really like holding my hand?" I snapped back to reality and quickly let go. No, I'm sorry, Senior Shen. I did not mean to. Shen Mangosteen touched my face. Just calling me Senior is fine. No need to add my surname. What is wrong with your face? It is so hot. I am fine. It is probably just too hot in here, like a startled little rabbit. I hurriedly ran to the bathroom to wash my face. I splashed water on my face and took a deep breath. Just interlocking fingers with my senior was enough to make my face burn up uncontrollably. This was my very first time being so intimate with a girl, and my first time holding another girl's hand. Shen Mangosteen chuckled mischievously. So you're actually a pure, innocent boy, huh? I blushed and explained. What kind of talk is that? It is just a little hot in here. Keep acting tough then.
You really like touching my hand? Do not you?
Shen Mangosteen raised her eyebrows, looking at me with a playful expression. I blushed and turned my head away. No, I do not. Shen Mangosteen slowly leaned in close and used her finger to tilt up my chin. Silly Junior, you do not even know how to lie properly. If you like holding your senior's hand, just say it. We are legally married after all. By this point, my face was red all the way down to my neck. I did not dare look her in the eye at all. My heart was racing nonstop. The corners of Shen Mangosteen's mouth curled up. She felt like she was harassing an innocent young man. Little Rabbit Jr. Hee hee. Here comes the big bad wolf senior. Just as I closed my eyes, ready to let her do whatever she wanted, I realized Shen Mangosteen was recording me with her phone. She could not stop laughing. Sorry. Your expression was just too funny. My expression just now really looked like a lamb waiting to be slaughtered. After taking the photo, she even waved it in front of my face. I saw myself in the photo, and amidst that submissive expression, there was actually a hint of enjoyment. This photo makes me look way too submissive. I pleaded with a bitter face, Senior, I'm begging you. Please delete it. Shen Mangosteen smiled wickedly. Little Rabbit Jr., that depends entirely on your performance. Help me. Who on earth said Shen Mangosteen was an aloof iceberg goddess? I wanted to cry but had no tears. She was simply a female hooligan. Wait! No, she was a breathtakingly gorgeous female hooligan. If I lived here, my senior would not peek at me in the shower, would she? What are you thinking about? Looking at your little expression, you seem to be enjoying this.
Oh, right.
Where is my bedroom? I quickly changed the subject. Did not I just show you around? I frowned. Wait, but after the tour, the only bedroom left is the master bedroom. Do you mean to say I get to sleep in the esports room? I was suddenly extremely excited. Sleeping in the esports room would totally be worth it. The smile on Shen Mangosteen's face froze. She really wanted to spit in his face. I have made it this obvious. How does he still not get it? Shen Mangosteen snorted coldly. There's no bed in the esports room. Where are you going to sleep? The floor. Then where do I sleep? You can't possibly make me sleep on the living room sofa, right? Shen Mangosteen pretended to be in a difficult position. Then what should we do? Since it has come to this, I guess I have no choice but to let you share my room. Hearing that, I frantically waved my hands. No. It is fine. I really do not want to trouble you like that. Sleeping together with my senior. Just thinking about that scene was exhilarating, but I am an honorable gentleman. How could I take advantage of her? Shen Mangosteen said in exasperation, if I tell you to sleep there, just sleep there. She had given him such an easy out. Did this idiot really not understand what she meant? I had not expected her to get angry. I said helplessly, I will stay. Shen Mangosteen glared at me fiercely. Does sharing a room with me wrong you that much? What is with that expression? You big crybaby. Was not she the ON feeling wronged here? She was Jiangnan University's number on campus belle. And yet, this guy was actually acting like she was a burden. I did not actually mind it. It was just that in my eyes, Shen Mangosteen was pure and holy. I did not dare to defile her. I wanted to cry but had no tears. I will listen to whatever you say. Come here. Shen Mangosteen signaled with her eyes. I obediently walked over. She gently stood on her tiptoes and softly patted my head. She said in a sweet tone, do not feel wronged anymore. Just be a good boy and listen to me. Okay? I almost could not resist hugging her. My senior was way too adorable. I do not feel wronged. Shen Mangosteen patiently explained. I was not the Owen who decorated this house. My dad did. Everything here is set up for a married couple, like the slippers and stuff. So is not it completely normal that there is only own bedroom? Besides, I am an unmarried young woman and I'm not complaining. So what are you afraid of? Are you harboring some ulterior motives toward me? We will just lie on the same bed and not do anything, pure and innocent. As long as we have a clear conscience, it is fine. Right? I seem to be persuaded by her logic. Indeed, even though we would be sharing a room, we would keep it completely platonic, with a clear conscience. Like a naive little rabbit, I was easily fooled and thoroughly bamboozled by the big bad wolf Shen Mangosteen. Deep down, I definitely wanted to sleep with my senior. After all, she was so beautiful and so soft. But I just did not have a valid excuse. And Shen Mangosteen had conveniently provided me with own. Did your dad really decorate this place? I asked, still a bit suspicious. Older generations usually would not set up something like an esports room. Shen Mangosteen said with absolute certainty, do not worry. When have I ever lied to you? She blinked her big, sincere eyes at me. While in her heart, she was thinking, I am totally lying to you. I did it on purpose. I decorated everything here. I originally wanted to question it. I had already been played by her once with that whole fake marriage thing. Who knew if she was tricking me again this time? But seeing my senior's earnest gaze, I could not help but believe her. We still have plenty of time. Let us play a few rounds. We had made a bet earlier. As long as I lost, I would have to follow my senior's every command. It was time to showcase my true skills. As an FPS genius, We played several matches. I had a look of utter disbelief on my face. No way. Senior, you're hacking. Are not you? To think that in my absolute best game, I was beaten like a bot by a girl. I stubbornly insisted. I must just be having an off day today. That is why I'll let you win. Shen Mangosteen made a very cute face at me. If you're bad, just practice more and accept your loss. From now on, you listen to me in this house. I pulled a long face. Fine. I yield. Shen Mangosteen put her hands on her hips. From now on, you have to report to me when you go out. There is only ON key to the house, and I will be keeping it. You are not allowed to bring anyone else here. And if you're coming over, you have to tell me first.
Got it.
I gave a salute.
Yes.
Senior, seeing my comical behavior, Shen Mangosteen could not hold back her laughter. My little rabbit junior is so cute. I really just want to eat him up. Senior, what are we doing for dinner? Are we ordering takeout? Only then did I remember a crucial issue. What were we going to do about cooking? I only knew how to make scrambled eggs and fried rice, as well as brew a dozen different flavors of instant noodles. Shen Mangosteen smiled softly. I will cook. I was a bit surprised. You know how to cook. Senior, I'm all right. It is edible. I only know a little bit. She had always enjoyed cooking and often studied various recipes online. It could be considered one of her hobbies. However, she usually only cooked for herself. She had never cooked for anyone else before. This was her first time cooking for someone else. She was giving her first time to this idiot junior of hers. Shen Mangosteen checked the time. It is about time. Just wait here. I will go in and cook. Do you need my help? Will it be too much for you to handle all by yourself? Shen Mangosteen shook her head. No need. You have never cooked properly before. You would only cause trouble if you came in, I said dejectedly. Right then, do your best, Senior.
I will go cut some fruit for you.
Shen Mangosteen chuckled lightly and muttered to herself. How come he gets cuter the more he grows up? I really want to ruffle his hair. Her mind went into a slight daze. For a moment, she really felt like the two of them were newlyweds. Dinner's ready. Dinner's ready. Shen Mangosteen called out, looking at the dishes on the table. I was practically drooling. They were actually all my favorite dishes. How did you know I liked these? I was pleasantly surprised. Shen Mangosteen said haughtily, do not flatter yourself. I did not know. I just happened to want to make them. Looking at her little tsundere expression, I could not help but laugh. I could already confirm it. My senior probably really did have feelings for me. Even though I did not know why, I really did like her too. Senior, I quickly went to help her serve the rice. A satisfied smile appeared on Shen Mangosteen's face. He is quite tactful. All that hard work was not for nothing. Soon, 2 bowls of rice were served. Senior gets the first bite. I picked up a piece of spare rib and placed it in Shen Mangosteen's bowl.
Shen Mangosteen paused slightly.
Her cheeks turning a bit red. Watching my senior eat it, I also started eating. It was no exaggeration to say that these were the best sweet and sour pork ribs I had ever had. Even better than what some restaurant chefs made. I praised her straight from the heart. Shen Mangosteen was secretly thrilled, but she controlled her expression perfectly. Do you like it a lot?
I super like it.
Then I will cook it for you every day from now on. Shen Mangosteen smiled shyly. My gaze grew slightly infatuated. A shy senior was just way too adorable. After a while, Shen Mangosteen suddenly asked, can you still eat more? I quickly swallowed the food in my mouth. Yeah, I can. Why? Shen Mangosteen handed me her bowl, which was still half full of rice. Help me finish this. I can't finish it. I do not want to waste it. I had scooped her a bowl of rice earlier. Even though it was not completely full, she still could not eat that much. Her appetite was not very big. I will finish it for you. My face felt slightly hot. I had served her too much. It was definitely my fault. I could not possibly blame my senior, right? So it was my problem, and I had to fix it myself. But the moment I thought about how this was rice my senior had eaten from, I could not stop blushing. Does this count as an indirect kiss? I took my senior's bowl and started eating it bite by bite. I do not know why, but it felt like my senior's bowl of rice tasted better than mine, sweeter than mine, even. I quickly composed my expression. Terrified my senior would label me a pervert. After dinner, I took the initiative to wash the dishes. I had originally planned to go play games, but Shen Mangosteen called me over. Watch a show with me. I did not hesitate. Without realizing it, I had started inexplicably submitting to her. The sofa was huge. I did not sit directly next to my senior. Shen Mangosteen frowned slightly. Come closer. I hurriedly scooted over. The two of us sat right in the middle of the sofa. Even though we were very close, we were not touching. It smelled so good. Did my senior's body have a natural fragrance? After getting close to my senior, I could smell the faint natural scent of her body. It was an incredibly soothing scent. It felt very addictive. If I could, I really wanted to pull my senior into my arms and take a huge sniff, just to totally satisfy my nose. Senior, what show are we watching? Seeing this, Shen Mangosteen's lips curled into a slight smile. A Korean drama. A Korean drama. I had never watched this kind of show before. I had scrolled past some recaps on Tok Tok before though. Boo-hoo, why are not they together after all that? I was watching with an incredibly aching heart and subconsciously leaned onto my senior's shoulder. Shen Mangosteen glanced at me. Sorry, my bad. I reacted and tried to apologize. The corners of Shen Mangosteen's mouth curled up again, her tone carrying a hint of playfulness. It is fine. If you are tired, you can rest your head on my lap. I looked at my senior's fair, long, delicate legs, and my face instantly flushed a deep shade of red. I did not even dare to imagine how comfortable that would be to lie on, but I still held myself back. Shen Mangosteen looked at me with smiling eyes. Teasing this little rabbit was truly getting a bit addictive. I instantly sat up perfectly straight. Not daring to make any sudden moves, Shen Mangosteen raised her eyebrows. If you won't move, then I will. The very next second, my shoulder felt a sensation as soft as silk, accompanied by a wave of faint fragrance. Senior, what are you? I was instantly at a loss for what to do. My heart was beating like crazy. Do not speak. Let me lean on you for a bit. Her voice trembled slightly as she spoke, low and soft. At that moment, a blush crept across her face. This was the very first time she had leaned on a man's shoulder. Another first given to this idiot junior of hers. I did not dare to casually move around either. Put your arm around my shoulder. Shen Mangosteen's voice was very gentle. So I placed my arm around her shoulder. The two of us looked just like a couple. The girl snuggled against the boy's shoulder as they watched the show. Time flew by quickly. Shen Mangosteen glanced at the time and said lightly, "Time to shower and sleep. You go shower first. Your pajamas are in the room." I nodded.
I shower pretty quickly.
When it comes to showering speed, guys are definitely top tier. Senior, I'm done. That fast? Shen Mangosteen asked in surprise. My turn. Go play on the computer for a bit. A long time passed. Shen Mangosteen walked out of the bathroom. Her hair was still slightly damp, emitting a fresh, clean scent. A pair of pink pajamas clung softly to her body, outlining her slender figure. I was slightly stunned, not just because my senior looked indescribably beautiful, fresh out of the shower, but also because the pajamas she was wearing were pink, the exact same model. Wait! No, it should be a couple's set. Senior, this. I looked down at my own pajamas. Shen Mangosteen raised her eyebrows.
What is wrong?
Do you feel wronged wearing the same thing as me? Do you dislike me? I quickly explained. That is not what I meant. Wearing the same thing as my senior is my absolute honor. Shen Mangosteen chuckled softly and muttered, "Idiot." She put her smile away, and her expression returned to its aloof state. Come here and help me dry my hair. But I do not know how to dry a girl's hair. If you do not know how, then learn. This is an order from your queen.
Yes.
Your Majesty. Afterwards, holding the hairdryer, I dried my senior's hair while saying, "Senior, this is my very first time drying a girl's hair." Shen Mangosteen gave a faint smile. This is also my first time letting a guy dry my hair. Senior, your hair smells so good. Can I smell it? Cough. Cough. Do not misunderstand. I do not have that kind of fetish. I really do not. I felt a bit wronged. My senior's expression clearly showed she did not believe me. Right. All right.
I believe you.
It is dry. Thanks for your hard work. I looked at her with a face full of anticipation, practically begging for praise. Like a little kid, Shen Mangosteen could not help but laugh inwardly. Then she pretended to be incredibly amazed.
Wow.
You dried it so perfectly, Junior. You are amazing. Hearing such praise, the corners of my mouth almost reached the sky.
Of course. Of course.
Then can my junior help me dry my hair every day from now on? My hair will definitely look so beautiful. The corners of my mouth were harder to suppress than the recoil of an AK. No problem. From now on, leave the protection of your hair to me, your junior. Shen Mangosteen tried hard to hold back her laughter. This junior was too fun to tease. Such an adorable junior. If I punched him, he would probably cry for a long time, right? Back in the master bedroom. Looking at the large pink bed, I asked awkwardly, "Senior, where am I sleeping?" "On the bed, of course. Do you want to sleep on the floor?" "Half for each of us. No crossing the line. Whoever crosses the line is a puppy," Shen Mangosteen said lightly. "Okay, but there's only Owen blanket. How about I go buy another Owen tomorrow?" "No need. The blanket is quite big," Shen Mangosteen said, a bit displeased. She had set this all up herself. This idiot junior was dawdling so much. Acting like sleeping with her was a huge burden. The more she thought about it, the angrier she got. "Stop talking and just go to sleep," Shen Mangosteen pouted. "Come here." She patted the spot next to her, her tone urging me. I did not dare dawdle anymore.
Oh, coming.
Do not get handsy tonight, Shen Mangosteen warned. Do not worry. My character is flawless, unlike a certain senior. Shen Mangosteen glared at me, her gaze carrying a slight hint of warning. What about me? No, nothing. Nothing about you. Turning the lights out now. Half an hour passed. Senior, are you asleep? I could not sleep. I did not know if it was because I was nervous or something else. Maybe I was just too excited. Being able to share the same bed as my senior. This was something so many people could not even dream of. Shen Mangosteen replied softly. Not yet. I have a bit of insomnia. Can't sleep. I asked curiously. Why? I usually fall asleep listening to music. Shen Mangosteen said quietly. How about I sleep outside? No need. Sing for me. I saw you singing on the confession wall. It was decent. Okay, but let us be clear first. Since it is a cappella, it might not sound as good with the final lyric. The song came to an end. Senior, are you asleep? I asked in a very soft whisper. She did not reply. Looks like she was asleep. In that case, I should sleep too. I yawned and pulled the blanket over her a bit so she would not catch a cold. 2 hours passed. I suddenly felt like my neck was being strangled by something. It was getting hard to breathe. It literally choked me awake. I moved the thing grabbing my neck. What the heck is this? I rubbed my eyes, still half asleep. I subconsciously turned my head. The moment I turned, my eyes shot wide open. Shen Mangosteen's face was less than 10 centimeters away from mine. I gulped hard. At this moment, I could even feel her breathing. It made me not dare to move an inch. My heart raced uncontrollably. My face flushed completely red. But honestly, she smells so good. I muttered softly, Senior, this is not my fault. You crossed the line last night, so I'm not the puppy. Then I could not help but let out a silly giggle. I'm not a puppy. Senior is the puppy. A very pretty puppy. Senior, you are so beautiful. If only you were really my girlfriend. I waited a bit longer. After confirming she would not wake up anytime soon, I quietly got up. Then, after tucking her in, I tiptoed out of the room, holding a pair of pink slippers in my hand, terrified of waking her up. Senior, I'm going to buy you breakfast. After I left, Shen Mangosteen did not open her eyes, but the corners of her mouth curled up slightly. Who wants to be your girlfriend? You are the puppy. What would Senior like to eat? I was wandering the streets, searching for food. Suddenly, my phone pinged. Who is it? I glanced at it curiously. It was a message from the guys in the dorm group chat. By the way, Mew Durian, are not you a local since it is the holiday? Want to hang out and get dinner tonight? Only then did I realize that we had been at school for almost a month and we had not hung out for a meal together even once. That won't do. It was the perfect time to get together during this 3-day holiday. No problem. Let us drink tonight. Drinking is my forte. I can easily drink all of you under the table. It is a plan then. Mew Durian, you are the local. So you pick the spot? You got it? After settling the time with them, I continued my search for breakfast. Carrying the breakfast, I stood outside the building. Crap. I forgot I did not have a key. I originally wanted my senior to see the breakfast as soon as she woke up. That way, her impression of me would definitely be great, but it seemed I had miscalculated. I guess I have to text her. Right at that moment, the electronic door suddenly buzzed open. Shen Mangosteen raised her eyebrows. Idiot Junior. Forgot your key? Senior. Were not you still asleep? I was a little surprised. She looked like she was sleeping so deeply earlier, I did not expect her to wake up half an hour later. Shen Mangosteen's pretty face flushed slightly. My hug pillow was gone, so I could not sleep. I scratched my head. What? Hug pillow? Shen Mangosteen smiled mischievously. My little hug pillow. I finally realized that the hug pillow she was talking about was probably me, but I was not the one who crossed the line. Senior, you. Just as I was about to explain, Shen Mangosteen glared at me. Who is the puppy? I stuttered. Name me. I am the puppy. Only then did Shen Mangosteen smile again. Let us go. Taking my little junior home. I sighed inwardly. Whatever. A puppy it is. At least I got to be hugged by my senior while sleeping. Looking at it that way, being a puppy was not so bad after all. We returned to the living room. Senior, I specifically bought these soup dumplings for you. They are the best soup dumplings in the neighborhood. I used to order from them all the time during holidays. I chuckled, putting on that praise me face again. Little Junior is amazing. How did you know I was craving soup dumplings this morning? Shen Mangosteen showed a look of pleasant surprise.
Of course.
My smile was reaching all the way to my ears. Seeing this idiot Junior looking so silly, Shen Mangosteen could not help but laugh. Idiot, if they are not good, I won't cook for you tonight. I suddenly remembered I had not reported my plans to her. Senior, I'm planning to get dinner with my roommates tonight. Shen Mangosteen blinked her big, watery eyes with a wave of her little hand. Granted, we permit it. I quickly replied, thank you, Your Majesty. Shen Mangosteen said with satisfaction. You may rise, consort. I was slightly taken aback. Consort? Since when did I become a consort? Shen Mangosteen raised her eyebrows. Is being a consort not good enough? Or do you want to be a eunuch? Do you want to be eunuch Mew? No. I would rather be a noble consort. I chuckled. I definitely did not want to be a eunuch. Besides, the title of consort was not too bad. Come feed me, consort. Shen Mangosteen raised her eyebrows, showing a wicked smile. My face instantly flushed red.
Your Majesty.
This concubine cannot possibly do that. Shen Mangostein's tone carried a hint of displeasure. If you cannot do it, then we shall have to ask noble consort Ji to attend to our meal instead. I was full of confusion. My senior sure knew how to play along. Where did this noble consort Shi even come from? This is too childish. I'm not playing this game with my senior. Shen Mangostein sighed softly. Noble consort Mu, you really should not make things difficult for us. You do not want us to go look for other men, do you? I frowned, threatening me. Am I the kind of person to be threatened? Let me tell you right now, I absolutely am. Senior, it is a little hot. Let me blow on it for you. Is it good? I looked at my senior with anticipation. Shen Mangostein chewed carefully. Honestly speaking, these soup dumplings really were delicious. And since it was her little junior who bought them for her, they tasted even better. It is very good. As good as you. Shen Mangostein looked at me, her eyes smiling. Me. I am good. Senior, you are not a man-eating monster, are you? I pretended to be incredibly scared. Shen Mangostein chuckled. No, I am a big bad wolf. And I love eating little white rabbits like you. Wait, no, you're a little pink rabbit. Rabbits are so cute. How could you eat a rabbit? I like them braised. Senior, then do you think I look braised enough? I asked tentatively. Shen Mangostein rested her chin on her hand and carefully looked me up and down. Quite braised. I will eat you tonight. I felt shy. My face could not help but heat up again. I subconsciously touched my own face. Crap, did my face really get that hot? Shen Mangostein looked at my silly behavior and could not help but laugh out loud. Idiot. Senior, do you want to play a game together? After breakfast, Shen Mangostein originally planned to study, but I pulled her along to play games. She had always been a disciplined person, so she would definitely— I'm coming. Shen Mangostein put down her book and walked straight into the esports room with me. This time, we did not play any competitive games, but rather played Minecraft. When evening came, I chose a barbecue stall pretty close to campus. I sent the location pin to the group chat. Half an hour later, everyone had arrived. The moment G Avocado sat down, he started sniffing the air uncontrollably. Mu Durian, what is that smell on you? He had originally wanted to smell the barbecue, but instead he smelled a faint, pleasant fragrance, and it was coming from me. Fang Papaya leaned in to sniff as well. Woman. That is the scent of a woman. I have always been very familiar with the scent of women. The scent on you is very familiar. I feel like I have smelled it before. I rolled my eyes at him. Cabbage. Have you ever even dated? How would you be familiar with it? G Avocado teased him. No wonder your nose is so sharp. Turns out you're a dog. Screw you. Philosopher? Sue Starfruit smiled. These two had been like this in the dorm for the past couple of days too, bickering endlessly every day. I smiled. It just proves they have a good relationship. Who knows? Maybe they will become a couple.
Screw off.
G Avocado and Fang Papaya shouted in unison. After drinks and the dishes were brought out, the few of us started playing dice. 2 hours later, we had all had quite a lot to drink. Should we call it a night? Great minds think alike. We all stopped, seemingly with a tacit understanding. My stomach was incredibly bloated. I could not drink a single drop more. Then, they called a taxi, supported each other, and left. After I paid the bill, I was just about to leave, when suddenly I heard a familiar voice from behind me. Mu Durian. I froze for a moment. Then I turned to look at the source of the voice. A girl wearing a floral dress, with her hair in a high ponytail, was looking at me in shock. It really is you. I narrowed my eyes slightly, trying to see who it was clearly. Lou Watermelon. At this moment, the alcohol was really starting to hit me. The person in front of me was beginning to blur into double vision. So the person on the confession wall really was you. Lou Watermelon walked over, her expression incredibly complex. I shook my head, but did not say anything.
Lou Watermelon continued.
I know how you feel, but I really do not think we are a good fit. You did not have to come to Jiangnan University just for me. With your grades, you could have gone to a much better college. I had let go of Liu Watermelon a long time ago. Right now, my head was spinning, and I just wanted to leave quickly. I did not.
Do not flatter yourself.
I was about to leave, but Liu Watermelon grabbed me. You do not have to pretend. If you really do like me, I can give you a chance to pursue me. I frowned, wanting to shake off her hand. Suddenly, a beautiful voice chimed in. Let him go. Shen Mangostein suddenly appeared and pulled me to her side. Do not. It is incredibly impolite to grab strangers on the street. Shen Mangostein said coldly. That aloof, elegant aura of hers returned in full force. Senior Shen. Liu Watermelon obviously could not believe it. Jiangnan University's notoriously aloof campus belle was actually here, and she was helping a guy out of a tight spot. What was their relationship? Liu Watermelon's gaze became complicated. I'm sorry. Liu Watermelon quickly apologized. It was indeed her fault. I had wanted to leave earlier, but she grabbed me. Shen Mangostein's expression remained indifferent. You can go now. Lou Watermelon wanted to leave, but her curiosity got the better of her. Do you know him? The alcohol was really hitting me now. I was quite dizzy by this point. Senior,
You came to pick me up?
let us go home, okay? Lou Watermelon looked absolutely stunned.
You?
You are his girlfriend. How was this possible? How could the iceberg goddess possibly be his girlfriend? Shen Mangosteen did not reply to her. She took my hand. Let us go. Little Junior. After the two of us left, Lou Watermelon remained frozen in place. Her heart could not calm down for a long time. Was she dreaming? Why did she feel like something of hers had been stolen away? On the way back to the apartment, Shen Mangosteen glared at me. So that was your ex. I just smiled sillily. What? Ex? I have never even dated before. Hearing this, Shen Mangosteen felt much better. Then what was going on back there?
What do you mean what was going on?
I only remember someone proposing just now. Shen Mangosteen's eyes widened. Do not tell me you proposed?
Me.
How could I? I would only ever propose to my senior. Shen Mangosteen froze on the spot.
You?
What did you just say? I forgot. When I remember, I will take you home. The corners of Shen Mangosteen's lips curled up slightly. No. I want to go back to my marital home with my senior, I said, sounding wronged. Shen Mangosteen could not help but laugh. I really can't do anything about you. When do you plan to propose to your senior? When my senior truly falls in love with me. Shen Mangosteen looked at me with smiling eyes and muttered softly, Idiot. Is there any possibility that your senior has already fallen in love with you a long time ago? Right. All right. We are home. Shen Mangosteen rubbed my face. I still had that same wise smile on my face. Is this the home I share with my senior? Idiot Junior. Why did you have to drink so much? Shen Mangosteen looked at me dotingly. As soon as I got home, I collapsed directly onto the living room sofa. A drunk junior is such an idiot, but kinda cute. Maybe I should take a picture. Shen Mangosteen took out her phone, crouched down, and rested her head next to mine. Click. Shen Mangosteen looked at the photo on her phone, very satisfied. In the photo, I was lying on the sofa, eyes closed, smiling a silly smile. And right next to me, Shen Mangosteen was making a funny face. This photo would make a great wallpaper. Shen Mangosteen rubbed my cheek and said with feigned displeasure, getting this drunk. If it were not for me, you would have been defiled by another woman, being out so late. Boys need to know how to protect themselves when they are out. What if someone scooped you up?
Got it.
Idiot Junior. I am your savior. You know, you have to say thank you when you wake up tomorrow. I had already passed out. By this point, I was deep in dreamland, leaving my senior all alone talking to herself. Looks like you won't be showering. Then you can only sleep on the sofa tonight. She then brought out a blanket and draped it over me. Of course, she got owned for herself as well. There were 2 sofas in the living room, just right for ON each. Do not think I can't sleep alone. I am just worried you can't sleep without me. Shen Mangosteen said haughtily. Good night, Idiot Junior. The next day, I woke up on the sofa, feeling a bit of a headache. My eyes were also hard to open. I tried hard to remember what exactly happened last night. I only remembered that after paying the bill, the alcohol really hit me. And then I heard a familiar voice. Who was it again? I racked my brains but could not remember. Where is this? I looked at the familiar surroundings. How did I get back? I was completely clueless. Suddenly, I threw off the blanket to check my clothes, making sure I had not been assaulted by some other woman last night. Thank goodness my clothes were still fully intact. Scared me to death.
You are awake.
Shen Mangosteen walked out of the kitchen. I made some kanji for you. Go wash up and then eat it while it is hot. I nodded. I reeked of alcohol. If I did not shower, I would feel too embarrassed to go near my senior. A short while later, I finished my shower. When I came to the dining table, my senior had already served a bowl of kanji for me. Shen Mangosteen had also served a small bowl for herself, and was eating it in small bites. I felt the atmosphere was just a tiny bit awkward. Senior, how did I get back last night? Shen Mangosteen said lightly. I brought you back, I asked tentatively. Then did you see? Before I could finish, Shen Mangosteen's expression remained incredibly flat. I saw your ex, I quickly explained. Senior, she is not my ex. I have absolutely no relationship with her anymore. She already rejected me. Please do not misunderstand. A triumphant smile appeared on Shen Mangosteen's face. Why are you explaining to me? Is it that important? Seeing how silly her junior looked, Shen Mangosteen found it very amusing. She could easily read and control him every single time. So fun. What if such a naive junior got tricked? Might as well let me trick him. I was silent for a moment, and then answered honestly. It is very important.
What?
Shen Mangosteen was taken aback. I said letting you know about this is very important. I did not care anymore. Sincerity is the ultimate weapon. Shen Mangosteen chuckled softly, her tone gentle. You sure are honest. I suddenly said, Senior, I actually think you are not aloof at all. Shen Mangosteen was intrigued. She raised an eyebrow and asked, Why? I do not know, but at the very least when I am with you, I do not feel any aloofness from you. I think you're actually quite lively sometimes. Shen Mangosteen could not help but laugh inwardly. Idiot Junior, is there any possibility that I'm only like this with you? Can you tell me about that girl? The story between you and her, Shen Mangosteen asked. I did not try to hide anything. I met her during my first year of high school. She was our class belle. I sat next to her back then. She often asked me for help, and then I kind of started liking her. I fell silent for a moment, and then slowly continued. Later, she rejected me. She told me that as long as I got into the same university as her, she will be with me. I successfully got into Jiangnan University, but she chose not to be with me. But it does not matter. I have moved on. It was just an empty promise. I can only blame myself for taking it seriously. Shen Mangosteen looked at me with an aching heart. Someone who can't even keep a promise. How is she worthy of being with you? I smiled. Senior, do you have any promises you made a long time ago? Shen Mangosteen said lightly. I do. She rested her cheek on her hand and looked at me, her gaze full of profound meaning. I suppose I have fulfilled it. At the very least, legally, I have fulfilled it. I could not quite wrap my head around it. What does a promise have to do with the law? I smiled foolishly and said, even though I can't guess what it is, I know my senior is someone who keeps her promises. That is enough. Shen Mangosteen smiled faintly. Actually, you're someone who keeps his promises too. I scratched my head, feeling a bit embarrassed. I suppose that is true. After all, I did get into Jiangnan University as promised. It is just that she did not fulfill her end. Shen Mangosteen's eyes deepened. Actually, we are fulfilling the same promise. Perhaps it was my conscience catching up to me. But I finally started writing my novel. I had not written a word for the past 2 days. If I did not update soon, my readers were going to send me blades in the mail. I racked my brains just to reach the 4,000 word count. I honestly had not had much inspiration lately. It took me about 2.5 hours to force out 2 chapters. I muttered to myself, I feel like I need to go out for a walk. I need to find some inspiration. But going for a walk alone seemed a bit boring. How about asking my senior if she wanted to go? How could we stay cooped up at home the whole holiday? Immediately, I walked to the living room and looked at my senior who was studying. I scratched my head and said with some embarrassment, senior,
Are you free tonight?
Shen Mangosteen paused her pen. Slightly taken aback, what is up? She cast an inquiring glance. It is just, I want to take a walk in the park tonight to look for some inspiration. Do you want to take a walk with me? Shen Mangosteen tilted her head and looked at me. Are you asking me out? You want to go on a date with me? A date? A date with my senior. I could not stop my face from blushing. No. Idiot. Shen Mangosteen chuckled pliffed. I awkwardly scratched my head. Senior, if you do not have time, it is fine. Shen Mangosteen rested her chin on her hands and smiled softly. Who said I do not? I am free immediately. I did not quite process it. Did not you hear me? I said I am free immediately. Thank you, senior. I, on the other hand, ran back to the esports room, blushing to continue writing. Did this idiot junior not understand what she was implying? Called him an idiot. And he really was an idiot. Maybe I should call him Smart Junior from now on. Maybe that'll make him a little smarter. Otherwise, what if our future kids are as dumb as him? The two of us strolled through the park. Senior, why did not you go home for the Mid-Autumn Festival? I asked curiously. I did not go home because my old man would not let me. But why did not my senior go back? Shen Mangosteen said calmly, if I went back, I would just be alone anyway. My dad is usually quite busy, so he rarely comes home. And my mom passed away from an illness when I was very young. Senior, I'm sorry, I should not have. I realized I probably said the wrong thing. Shen Mangosteen shook her head. It is fine. Actually, I'm quite envious of you. Your mom messages me often. I can feel that. She treats me like a daughter. I had absolutely no idea my mom messaged Shen Mangosteen privately. Your dad is a great person too. A great person. I was starting to doubt if I was even his biological son. What kind of dad does not let his son come home for the holidays? Shen Mangosteen forced a smile. My only family left right now is my dad. So my dad treats me very well. Basically, he gives me whatever I want. I did not know why, but my heart ached for her. Senior, actually, I could be your family too? The words subconsciously slipped out of my mouth. Shen Mangosteen was slightly stunned, a faint blush appearing on her cheeks. What do you mean by that? I blushed and explained. Did not we get our marriage certificate? At the very least, legally speaking, I count as your family now? Shen Mangosteen laughed. Idiot. Senior, look. Someone is singing. At that moment, near the park plaza, a man with long hair was singing. Let us go take a look. I led Shen Mangosteen to sit down on the steps, and we quietly listened to the guy sing. After listening for about 10 minutes, he asked with a smile, does anyone want to come up and sing a song? Singing for the person you love is a very happy thing, you know? Quite a few couples in the audience were tempted to try, but were afraid they would not sing well, so they hesitated. I glanced at my senior, thinking of all the little moments I would share with my senior recently. A song suddenly came to mind, and I had an overwhelming urge to sing it. Does this guy over here want to come up? I can tell you really want to sing for your girlfriend. Perhaps my expression was too obvious. The street performer instantly caught on to my thoughts. Shen Mangosteen smiled faintly. I want to hear you sing too. Since my senior said so, I did not hesitate anymore. Immediately, I stood up, walked over to the street performer and took the microphone. I whispered to the street performer what I wanted to sing. This song is called You Can Hear Me. I want to sing it for my senior. I looked at my senior with deep affection. Shen Mangosteen was slightly startled and murmured, he is actually singing this song. My gentle singing was brimming with emotion, almost infecting every couple present. Some couples were singing along, while others were already unconsciously getting intimate. As the song ended, even the street performer next to me was stunned. This guy could really sing. Thank you. I handed the microphone back to the street performer and then could not wait to go find my senior. How was it, senior? Could you hear me? I asked softly. I heard you. The two of us smiled at each other with perfect unspoken understanding. Let us go, senior. I held out my hand. Shen Mangosteen tilted her head and smiled. Do you want to hold my hand? My face flushed slightly as I explained. I'm just afraid you might trip, senior. Shen Mangosteen pressed her lips together and smiled, not exposing my lie. Right then, since my junior is just looking out for me, I suppose I have no choice. She openly and generously took my hand. Let us go. After Shen Mangosteen stood up, she did not let go of my hand. By unspoken agreement, neither of us let go. I was currently holding my senior's small hand. So soft, so smooth. Are these my senior's hands? So nice to touch. I do not want to let go. My heart was leaping like a deer, but I tried hard to act calm. My senior has not said anything. So what am I so nervous about? We have our marriage certificate. Holding hands is not too much, right? I secretly glanced at my senior, only to see that her expression had not changed much at all. Why is not she reacting? Does my senior really just see me as a younger brother? A flicker of disappointment crossed my heart. What I did not know was, even though Shen Mangosteen looked calm on the outside, her heart was already exploding. He is holding my hand. His hands are so big. It feels so safe. Shen Mangosteen forced herself to control her expression, but her palms were sweating uncontrollably from nervousness. Junior, are my hands soft? No. Sorry, senior. I thought you wanted me to let go. I quickly tried to let go of her hand, just as I tried to pull away. My senior's small hand gripped mine tightly. Shen Mangosteen frowned slightly. Do you not like my hands? I hurriedly shook my head.
I like them very much.
What do you like?
I like your hands, senior.
Shen Mangosteen laughed. Idiot. I made a bitter face, feeling incredibly helpless. I had finally figured it out. My senior seemed to really enjoy teasing me, but I did not dislike it. In fact, I kind of enjoyed it. Could it be that I am a masochist? Thank goodness Shen Mangosteen could not read minds. If she knew what I was thinking, she would definitely burst out laughing. We walked into the park plaza, watching the little kids play and chase each other. A childish voice suddenly called out, "Why do you keep staring at us?" We followed the sound and saw a little boy pulling a little girl, his face full of curiosity. I smiled faintly. Because seeing you guys is like seeing my younger self. Shen Mangosteen asked curiously, "You still remember things from when you were little?" I pondered for a moment. I do not have too many memories from my early childhood. I have forgotten the really early stuff, but I still remember things from when I was around 10. Big brother, is this your girlfriend? She is so pretty. The little boy praised her genuinely. Both of us were stunned. I was just about to explain when Shen Mangosteen smiled slightly. No, we are not dating. We are a married couple. We already got our marriage certificate. My previously disappointed heart suddenly leaped with joy. I glanced at my senior. Shen Mangosteen had a faint smile on her face. The little boy was very surprised. Fairy sister, you are married. Are not you guys college students? Shen Mangosteen said gently, because we have reached the legal age to get married. So we can get married. My gaze grew a bit infatuated. At this moment, Shen Mangosteen truly looked like a fairy, just like the little boy called her. Fairy sister. Such a gentle senior, I said softly. Senior, this little boy is quite cute. He is very much like you when you were little. Have you seen photos of me when I was little? Impossible. I was already dashing and handsome when I was little. Shameless. Shen Mangosteen pouted and smiled. A short while later, I spotted a beverage stall. Senior, wait here. I will go buy us some refreshing drinks. Boss. 2 bowls of grass jelly, please. I said with a smile. Right. Just a moment. A short while later, the 2 bowls of grass jelly were packed and ready. Boss. How much is ON bowl of grass jelly? Can I buy ON with 3 yuan? A childish voice rang out. I'm afraid not, little guy. ON bowl is 5 yuan. The stall owner said, looking a bit helpless. I noticed that this was the little boy my senior said looked like me when when I was little. Little brother, here you go. I generously handed him one of the bowls of grass jelly I was holding. The little boy was slightly stunned and a bit hesitant. I should not. Big brother paid for this. I smiled. It is fine. Take it. Shen Mangosteen watched this unfold from a short distance away. She did not expect her idiot junior to actually be so kind-hearted. The corners of her lips unconsciously curled up. I did not expect you to be such a sweet junior. I like you even more now. Senior, I am back. I ran back happily, holding a bowl of freshly bought grass jelly. Shen Mangosteen raised her eyebrows. Why did you only buy Oan?
Are you not having any?
I chuckled. I did. I bought Owen for my younger self. Besides, I am not thirsty. Idiot. Shen Mangosteen smiled dotingly. We found a place to sit down. Try it. Based on my experience, this grass jelly is definitely delicious. If it is not good, you can hit me. I would not hit you. Shen Mangosteen pouted. Why? I asked curiously. Shen Mangosteen gave me a look full of wisdom. Because if I hit you,
You could sue me for domestic violence.
I never expected my senior to think that far ahead. Senior, do you have persecution delusion?
Screw off.
You are the ON with persecution delusion. I was joking. Idiot. Shen Mangosteen rolled her eyes at me. I made a swearing gesture. It is fine. I won't sue you for domestic violence.
I swear.
Shen Mangosteen looked at me with a strange expression. So you're saying you like being hit by your senior? Shen Mangosteen gave me a meaningful look. So my junior actually has this kind of fetish. Do not tell me you are an... I'm really not. I hurriedly explained. Shen Mangosteen rested her chin on own hand, tilted her head, and smiled wickedly. I have not even said what it is yet. Why are you reacting so strongly? Could it really be? I coughed guiltily twice. Cough. Cough. I'm not anything. I put on a begging expression. Oh, senior.
Stop teasing me.
You know I'm dumb? Shen Mangosteen pursed her lips and smiled. Right then, I will reluctantly let you off this once. She gently scooped a spoonful of grass jelly from the bowl and brought it to her mouth. Sweet, icy, and refreshing. It tasted incredibly good. I watched her expression with full anticipation. How is it, senior?
Is it really good?
Shen Mangosteen nodded. It is okay. I guess I will spare you from a beating. After eating about half of it, Shen Mangosteen could not eat anymore, even though it was delicious. She was a bit full, but there was still half left. She really did not want to waste it.
Oh, right.
Was not there a human trash can sitting right next to her? Idiot junior.
What is wrong?
Smart senior.
I just quietly looked at her.
My senior really looked prettier the more I looked at her. I used to only dare sneak peeks at her face, but now I was starting to get bolder. I can't eat anymore. Help me finish this. Shen Mangosteen handed the remaining grass jelly over. I froze slightly. Grass jelly that my senior had eaten from, and the spoon she had used. If you won't eat it, I will throw it away. Shen Mangosteen pretended she was about to get up. I will eat it, I quickly said. Senior, you know me. I absolutely hate wasting food more than anything. Let me finish it, I said righteously, taking the grass jelly from her hands. I happily finished off the rest of the bowl. My senior's grass jelly is just so tasty. Shen Mangosteen looked at me with disdain.
Junior, you really are a...
Junior. I looked totally confused. Senior, I am innocent. I really am not.
I believe you.
Even though Shen Mangosteen said that, her face clearly showed she did not believe a word of it. My face broke into a grimace. Uglier than crying. I finally understood what it meant when words did not match the heart. Junior. There are so many childhood toys over there. Shen Mangosteen suddenly said, can you not call me Junior? I actually think Idiot Junior is pretty good too. I pulled a bitter face. The two of us arrived at the stall. The stall owner was a grandpa in his 60s. On his simple stall, there were all kinds of toys. I immediately recognized a pull-string flying saucer that I used to play with. So classic. Do you want to buy it? Shen Mangosteen instantly saw through my thoughts. I scratched my head. Senior, you would not think I'm childish, would you? No. Shen Mangosteen said seriously. Then I will buy it. I want to experience that feeling from back then again. A moment later, holding the flying saucer toy, I pulled the string and sent the saucer flying up. I happily ran back to show off to my senior. How is it, senior?
Did it fly high?
Childish. Shen Mangosteen snickered and said, I looked confused. Senior, do you have a split personality? Shen Mangosteen said calmly.
Yep.
This is my second personality talking now.
You childish ghost.
It is time to head back. Okay, we had been walking around for quite a while. I was also feeling a bit tired. Today was the third day of the holiday, also the last day. We had to go back to school tomorrow. Why do I feel so reluctant to go back? I had been so happy these past few days, and I had also confirmed my own feelings. I truly had fallen in love with my senior. Senior, can I come back here every weekend from now on? I asked tentatively. Shen Mangosteen rested her chin on her hand and raised her eyebrows. Idiot, did not I tell you this is our marital home? Whenever you want to come, just text me. I blushed slightly, feeling shy. but pretending to be calm, I nodded. I did not know why, but when my senior said, "This was our marital home," I felt an inexplicable sense of joy in my heart. "Senior, I will be going then." Shen Mangosteen looked at me gently. She murmured, "Idiot Junior, it is not like we can't see each other at school." The night before school started, "Sons,
Your daddy is back.
I looked excited. "Oh ho, my precious son has finally returned." G Avocado smiled in relief, his smile looking as loving as a father's. Fang Papaya snickered and said, "While you were gone these past few days." G Avocado had nowhere to release his hormones. He actually targeted me. He even disgusted the other dorms. "G," Avocado said angrily.
Screw off.
"Sugarcane, stop spreading rumors." I walked over and patted both of their shoulders. "You two should not fight all the time. It hurts my heart to see—" "Wait a minute." Fang Papaya suddenly shouted, "Why do you smell like a woman?" He stared at me suspiciously. "Did you secretly get a girlfriend behind our backs?" I was a little surprised. I did not expect Fang Papaya's nose to be sharper than a dog's. I had been living with my pretty senior these past few days, so her scent had naturally rubbed off on me. "I did not get a girlfriend," I explained. "I do not believe you. I smelled it last time before we drank. You definitely secretly got a girlfriend behind our backs, betraying the organization. The villagers won't let you off." "That is right. Room 3357 does not welcome you anymore."
Ghana?
G Avocado chimed in. I said helplessly, "What are you guys even talking about? I really do not have a girlfriend, even though I truly did want my senior to be my girlfriend. But I still was not confident that a confession would be successful." Fang Papaya said self-righteously, "If you really do ditch us to date, what are the three of us supposed to do? We are bros. Could you bear to see the three of us stay single? Unless—" Fang Papaya snickered. "Unless you set the three of us up with two girls each, preferably pretty ones."
Screw off.
I snapped back at him in annoyance. Monday's classes. 8 a.m. class. This period was advanced mathematics. Incredibly boring. I did not listen to the lecture. Instead, I pulled out my phone and started scrolling through videos, but I found scrolling videos to be extremely boring too. Suddenly, my mind was only filled with own person. And that was my senior. Should I text her? I thought about it for a long time. Finally, I sent a message, "Senior, are you awake yet?" Meanwhile, in the girls' dorm, Shen Mangosteen looked at the message I sent. The corners of her mouth could not help but curl up slightly. Her idiot junior was actually taking the initiative.
What is wrong?
"Miss me." The moment I saw her reply, my face could not help but flush a bit. Why did my senior have to speak the truth so bluntly? I do not. I am just bored. Shen Mangosteen could not hold back a laugh, based on her understanding of her idiot junior. He was mostly likely blushing right now, saying one thing but meaning another. "Senior, do not you have class?" "Nope. Juniors and seniors have a lot fewer classes, so jealous. I still have to study advanced math. I hate math so much. I'm afraid I might fail my finals." "What do I do?" "I can tutor you in advanced math, but you just said you hate math, so I guess I can't help." My senior tutoring me in advanced math. I could already imagine the two of us studying alone together, being alone with my senior. Actually, I did not think I hated advanced math that much anymore. "Please, senior, that depends on your sincerity. Then I will treat you to a meal." I regretted it the moment I sent the message. Treat her to a meal. My senior had so many guys pursuing her. She definitely was not lacking a meal. "I will think about it." Followed by a sticker of a panda wearing glasses, thinking deeply. I was slightly surprised when I saw the sticker. I originally thought that a beautiful girl like my senior would use those super cute stickers. I did not expect my senior stickers to be so abstract. My senior really had a huge gap in her persona in private. Shen Mangosteen was lying on her bed in the dorm. Her fair little feet were kicking back and forth behind her. You could tell she was in a very good mood. Yang Rambutan asked suspiciously, "Mengshi, you seem very happy." Shen Mangosteen pulled her smile back. "Do I?" she said lightly. Yang Rambutan said faintly, "Very much so. Your little feet are almost kicking up to the sky. And you still say you're not?" Only then did Shen Mangosteen realize that her dainty feet had already given her away. But that did not stop her from playing tough. Maybe they just have a mind of their own. Yang Rambutan said speechlessly, "Stubborn duck." Shen Mangosteen pouted. "I am a pretty duck." "I'm not just a duck." Yang Rambutan shook her head. "You have changed. You have become narcissistic. You are no longer the Mengshi I used to know. You are acting very strange. You are definitely dating someone." Meanwhile, in the boys' dorm, "What are you smiling like an idiot for?" Fang Papaya looked at me in confusion. "Not telling you," I said lightly.
Fine, fine, fine.
"Do not tell me. Do not sleep too deeply tonight." I did not bother responding to that idiot. I do not know why, but I really wanted to see her. It had been more than 10 hours since I last saw my senior. It felt unbearable. I wondered if my senior had eaten breakfast yet. "Senior,
Did you eat breakfast?
not yet. What is up? Skipping breakfast is bad for your health. My class is almost over. I will buy some and bring it over for you. Do you prefer sweet soy milk or savory soy milk?" This idiot is going to bring me breakfast. Shen Mangosteen was suddenly stunned, She did not really like drinking soy milk.
I like sweet.
Unless, of course, it was brought by her idiot junior. She did not like sweet soy milk. She liked whatever her junior brought her. Senior, should I buy a portion for your roommate too? You actually want to give breakfast to 2 girls. You're quite something. 2 timing, scumbag junior. A cold sweat instantly broke out on my back. I just wanted to make a good impression on my senior's roommate. That way, maybe she would help me out and put in a few good words for me. I did not expect my senior to actually call me a scumbag. It made me sweat buckets. My senior would not actually think I was a scumbag, right? Gee, avocado mocked me. What is wrong with you? The classroom is pretty cool, is not it? Why are you sweating? Weak constitution. I rolled my eyes, utterly speechless. I just felt like sweating. Okay? Senior, I am innocent. Then I will just buy Owen for you. I am really not a scumbag. Shen Mangosteen laughed. She could already imagine her idiot junior sweating bullets. Shen Mangosteen glanced at Yang Rambutan, who was studying with headphones on. She muttered softly, "Do you want breakfast?" "No. Since you're not answering, I will take that as a no." "Right then. Then I will just have my junior buy own portion. You chose not to eat. Do not blame me later for not asking you." Yang Rambutan, who was wearing headphones, had absolutely no idea at this moment that she had just rejected a free breakfast. I asked her. She said she did not want any. She does not eat breakfast bought by other people. Okay, got it. There was a 10-minute break between classes in college. I planned to use this time to deliver the breakfast. Purely just to deliver breakfast. Definitely not because I wanted to see my senior. I hurried to the cafeteria to buy the breakfast. After all, time was tight. Plus, the distance from the classroom to the dorms was quite far. If I did not run faster, I would be late getting back. Very quickly, I arrived downstairs at the girls' dorm building. "Senior, I'm here." Upon receiving the message, Shen Mangosteen raised her eyebrows slightly. That fast? Should not he still be in class right now? Shen Mangosteen checked the time and understood immediately. This idiot junior must have run over during the break between classes. Shen Mangosteen quickly slipped on her slippers and went downstairs. Her idiot junior should have told her earlier. Otherwise, she would definitely have waited downstairs in advance. I was already waiting downstairs by now, holding a portion of breakfast. I constantly glanced at the exit of the girls' dorm building. A short while later, Shen Mangosteen came out. She was wearing a loose white t-shirt, her hair tied up in a bun. Her gorgeous face, paired with those expressive eyes, gave off a youthful and lively vibe. "Senior, I'm over here." I raised my hand to signal her. Shen Mangosteen jogged over. "Look at you. Your face is covered in sweat." I did not know when, but a pink handkerchief appeared in her hand, and she started wiping the sweat off my face. My face instantly flushed red down to my neck. Is not this a bit too intimate? My senior's handkerchief smells so good. "Senior, I can do it myself." I took the handkerchief. If the atmosphere continued like this, I would only sweat more from nervousness. Shen Mangosteen's tone carried a hint of heartache. "You could have come over after your classes were completely finished. You did not have to rush like this. Our college is not like high school. It must have been tiring running all the way here, right?" I smiled brightly. "Not tiring at all. If I waited until after all my classes, it would be 10:30. I was worried you would be hungry. Skipping breakfast is bad for your health." Shen Mangosteen smiled, her face slightly flushed. "Idiot." Then she raised an eyebrow and said, "Did you really just come simply to deliver breakfast?" I handed the breakfast to her. Then I said shyly, "I also wanted to come see you, senior." Shen Mangosteen gave a playful smile. "What is there to see? Did you miss me?" I honestly nodded. She was slightly stunned. She did not expect her idiot junior to be so honest. He was not acting tough anymore. "Then have you seen enough?" She tilted her head and smiled. Seen enough? Then I will go to class first. Here's your handkerchief back. You can keep it. You will definitely sweat more running back later." Shen Mangosteen pursed her lips and said, I was a little hesitant, but Shen Mangosteen's beautiful eyebrows furrowed slightly. "Do you dislike me?" How could I ever dislike you, senior?" I blurted out subconsciously. Shen Mangosteen's lips involuntarily curled upward. "If you do not dislike me, then it means you like me." "Ah, I guess you could say that." By now, my face was completely flushed red. Looking at such a junior, Shen Mangosteen only felt that I was incredibly cute. Senior, it is getting late. Class is about to start. I have to hurry back.
See you next time.
Shen Mangosteen nodded, watching her idiot junior's flustered retreating figure. She could not help but laugh out loud.
What an idiot.
"Mengshi, why did not you call me when you went to buy breakfast?" Yang Rambutan pouted, her face full of displeasure. Shen Mangosteen said calmly, "I did not buy it. Someone delivered it. Plus, I asked you, okay, You just ignored me. Yang Rambutan looked confused. When did you ask me? And I had my headphones on earlier. Wait a minute. Did you say someone delivered this breakfast to you? Yang Rambutan looked utterly incredulous. Crazy. This world has gone crazy. It has gone so crazy I do not even recognize it anymore. The campus belle of Jiangnan University, the aloof senior, the iceberg goddess. You actually accepted breakfast delivered by someone else? Is it a guy or a girl? It is not someone neither male nor female. Is it? Are they younger than you or older than you? Shen Mangosteen raised her eyebrows. Not telling you. At this very moment, Yang Rambutan truly felt like she was dreaming. The most aloof campus belle in the entire school. Everyone knew she never let any guys get close to her. Who knows how many guys had tried to get close, only to end up with the exact same result, returning empty-handed. As her best friend, how could she not know what kind of personality Ming Shi had? And now she was actually telling her she accepted someone's breakfast. Please tell me. I'm really so curious. Who exactly managed to get close to our iceberg goddess? I want to see if he is actually handsome. Is he tall? Is he a good person? Otherwise, what right does he have to be your boyfriend? Yang Rambutan's tone carried a hint of pleading. After all, in all their time at college, Shen Mangosteen had not fancied a single man, and now she actually had her eyes on someone. Asked Shen Mangosteen's best friend. How could she possibly hold back her gossip? Shen Mangosteen's tone was incredibly calm. Why are you asking so many questions? People who did not know better would think you are the own picking a man. Besides, when did I ever say I have a boyfriend? Yang Rambutan froze slightly and asked back. If he is not a boyfriend, then he is a suitor. Shen Mangosteen said completely seriously. He is just the son of a friend of my dad's. He just started college this year, considered a junior. When school started, I took him to his dorm, so to repay me, he bought me breakfast. Very reasonable, right? That is exactly how it is. Young Rambutan suddenly realized. So that is how it is. I thought you actually started dating. So it is just a junior. She let out a massive sigh of relief. Meanwhile, back in the classroom, did not you go buy breakfast? Already finished it. Is the cafeteria really that hot? Why are you sweating so much? Fang Papaya asked curiously. I returned to my seat, panting heavily. Do not even mention it. I am exhausted. This campus is way too big. It is so far from the dorms.
What?
You went back to the dorms? Class is not even over yet. Why did you go back? I let out a silly laugh. To deliver breakfast to my senior, of course. Guess. Fang Papaya looked completely speechless. Am I a kid? Guess my foot. I asked. Do you have any tissues on you? I need to wipe my sweat. He pulled a pack of tissues from his pocket. Here, I chuckled. Thanks. Cabbage. I will buy you some cabbage to eat next time. Fang Papaya's face darkened.
Screw off.
I glanced at the pink handkerchief and tucked it safely away. A handkerchief given to me by my senior. I truly could not bear to use it. Wait a minute. You have a handkerchief. Why are you asking me for tissues? Fang Papaya's eyes widened. I explained. Someone gave this to me. I do not want to use it to wipe my sweat. Fang Papaya instantly turned into Detective Conan. Pink. Someone gave it to you. You just went to the dorms, sweating profusely. You are acting very suspicious, kid. There is only own truth. I know. You went to buy breakfast for a girl. He immediately turned around to tell the other two. G Avocado was extremely shocked.
What?
Mu Durian bought breakfast for a girl. Mu Durian, did you really get a girlfriend? Su Starfruit said with a look of confusion. I explained helplessly. No,
I do not have a girlfriend.
it is just that I like her. Fang Papaya immediately chimed in. Then you definitely should not do that. Delivering breakfast to her. That is way too simple. Like, what if she does not like you? What if she is just treating you like an ATM? Su Starfruit advised, Cabbage, do not think everyone is that bad. This is not the internet. There are not that many entitled little fairies in real life. I thought about it for a second. My senior had cooked for me. She was contributing too, alright? And ATM. Her family seemed to be quite wealthy. She probably would not care about the few pennies I had. After concluding that, I liked my senior even more. G Avocado sighed heavily. The son has grown up. Daddy can't hold him back anymore.
Screw off.
I rolled my eyes at him in annoyance. Su Starfruit inquired, how did you two meet? I guess you could say we were introduced by our families. The first time we met felt like a dream. Of course it did. Going to the Civil Affairs Bureau to get a marriage certificate right after meeting.